All right, we're back. So I'm going to. So where we left off is I tried to run my code with the, with the sample input. I think it failed at the test cases. Where's my? Do I have a terminal open? Yeah, here we go. So it failed at the test case. It says index out of bounds, and I'm not really sure where this took place. So I'm going to start logging. So all right, so we start with initial password input.text. Next. Okay, so we're going to say. Where is my... Here, next. I'm going to do print next. And then I'm going to say print last index. And iterate character. Print iterate character at. And then iterate character at. Print iterate character at. And I'm going to put the parentheses. And we're going to say print char is char.char, okay? And char.increment, we're going to do, where's char.increment? We're going to print char.increment. And we're going to do print index carry print index index. All right, let's try this, see how far it gets. Maybe this will already rule out where, tell me exactly where this is taking place. Okay, index carry false. Okay, string index is out of bounds. Okay, index raw bits. I don't know, that's interesting. Okay, print next char is going to be next char. And print next base alphabet char is next base alphabet char, okay, and then it returns print removing, print inserting, and print carrying. All right, let's try again. Okay, so where did it stop? Removing, inserting. Okay, so it stopped after the inserting. So insert next char.char at index. It says index is out of bounds. So how could that be? String iterate character at index. So the input is... Maybe I'll just print the string. Print... Oh, shoot. Move that index. Iterate character at last index. Ba 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 ba. What if I do this in reverse order? So let's say I insert it first and then remove at the index after. So we do string.index after index. Because we insert the new character where the old one, where it's supposed to go, and then it bumps everything to the right. Okay, let's try this. So we're gonna bump removing, I'm gonna move inserting up. Okay. Index out of bounds. Okay, inserting, removing. So I am puzzled by this. So if I just say string index, if I go like this will probably work, right? but I mean, it won't crash, but I feel like this can't possibly be the right solution, right? Okay, so then we're gonna do, is password valid? Okay, next password, print next password, is next password dot text string here, okay? Okay, let's try. Oops. Is this 11? Yes. Next char. Okay, removing next password. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So we started with I don't know what we started with. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, right? String index is out of bounds. What is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H? What? Okay, something is wrong. What's going on? Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. That seems to be... That was the puzzle input. How is that the next password? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Why? I don't understand. Fatal error, string index is out of bounds. Is valid. Okay, maybe it's failing in the validity check. Okay, let's do this. Print is valid. Passes straight. Print passes straight. Rule. I'm just noticing now that is misspelled. But I'm gonna let it slide. Passes restricted character rule. Print passes duplicate letter rule. I bet it's gonna be something dumb. Oh, I need to return. I did not need to return when this was a single line, but now that I've added that print statement, now I have to explicitly return. Okay. Passes straight rule. Okay, so it's failing during the passes straight rule check. Okay, we have the alphabet here. Let windows, string windows of length 3. Okay, maybe it's this windows function. Okay, let's print, return, print, windows. And we're going to do print, window, I, and C. Oh, 1, 2, and then it fails. Index is out of bounds. Okay, so it's got to be the start index nonsense. So we have I is greater than... Okay, so then if it's I is less than length minus 1, so the length is... Oh, wait a second. Guard I... Oh, no, that's the window length. Right? The window length minus... So this would be 3. So I would have to be greater than 3 minus... Greater than or equal to 3 minus 1. Is it like this? Guard I is greater than length. Because if the length is 3, then I would need to be at least 0, 1, 2. The start index would have to be 2 minus 2. Right? So we want 0, 1, 2. So I would have to be 2. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be greater than length minus 1. Okay. Maybe that was the right thing to do. So here's the thing. I don't know if this is actually solving the puzzle or if this is just the test case is still running. I hope it's not stuck in an infinite... Oh, shoot. I wonder if it's stuck in an infinite loop. Yeah, next password, AB, it's stuck in an infinite loop. It's returning the same string over and over and over again. So what's my, here, password copy, iterate character at. Okay, so now the question is, why is it not iterating? Okay, so let's say inserting, what character are we inserting here? Inserting next char dot char at index. Removing at index. That would be the same exact character normally, wouldn't it? Okay, inserting I at index, removing at index. So this should return the characters. So let's do removed char equals and print removed. Removed char. So the annoying thing about this is that it should just return the same dumb string, right? That's how I have this written. Maybe it was right the first time and the crash was happening later on. Right? Because it's removing, yeah, removed I. So we inserted an I and then removed the I. That's not what we want. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to go back to the way it was. I'm going to rearrange this all over again. Removing at index. Removed. Inserting. See if this crashes. Illegal string indexes out of bounds. How could that be? Char. Oh, wait a second. Passes straight. Okay, no. It is. It's incrementing now. Right? So now it's AB. So now the next problem is that it's trying to carry the Z. Right? Okay. Carry false. Char Z. Char increment. Last index. Okay. Increment, index, index, carry false. Okay, so that return carry false, I think. Alphabet next. Oh, of course, because it's trying to go one greater than the next index is greater than here. If it's greater than alphabet.end index, is that? Because it should not be, carry should be true. Z is the last letter of the alphabet, so that should be true. If it's greater than or equal, oh shoot, is it? Let's try this. Just do a simple greater than. Nope, still same thing. Okay, so this has got to be greater than index. Oh no, I know what it is, because alphabet dot index before, because the end index is past the end. No, wait a second. See, I don't know. This is so strange to me. It doesn't feel right. Maybe it'll work. Okay, it's incrementing. I mean, it's this next password, GHI blah blah blah. All right, let's just run it and see what it comes up with. Running. Okay, I don't think it should be taking this long. Okay, so I'm gonna remove some of these logs because I want to see how much it's actually doing, because we're past the point. It's no longer crashing, but I'm having weird. I'm not convinced that my index math is accurate here. I feel like something is wrong. Okay, come out more of these print lines. I do want to see the next password go, though. Okay. I wish I had... You know what I should do at some point? I should create a function that does these... like a logger function that actually... Okay, I think that's it. Logger function that I can turn off and on with, like, one line. Okay. So is this... I wonder if this is actually running my... No, so we're on this one here, GHI. So it's got to run all the way through, because the I is an invalid character, so it's got to run all the way through. So it's the next one is GHJ Okay, so I'm going to let it run. Wow, it's still running. GHIS, WXYZ, QRST. Okay, this is going to take a little bit. So I could see a way to take a shortcut here is, you know, the puzzle instructions point out that in this case, the next password after GHI, JKLM is blah, 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 because you eventually skip all the passwords that start with GHI since I is not allowed. So I could take a shortcut here, and if there is a I at one of the indexes, just figure out how many passwords I would need to skip before, you know, I basically just need to reset that, okay, I is not allowed. Let's start IJ, right? That would be the next possible password, and then, you know, scroll ahead from there. Okay, here we go. GHJ. GHJ, AAB. Uh-oh, we passed it. Why did we pass it? GHJ, AABCC. We passed it. So why did we pass? What's wrong? GHJ, well, that was a valid password. All right, so I'm going to short circuit this a little bit. I already know that the expected output is GHJ, AABBCC, so if I do CA, so it should rotate twice and then find the correct answer. I'm going to make this first. I'm going to comment out both of these. And if it runs more than like 2 cycles, then I know that it's wrong. Yeah, okay. What was that warning at the beginning? Maybe it's like, oh, you didn't return this value. Oh, yeah, this not necessary. Okay, I'm going to comment that out just because I don't want to see that warning in my code. Okay, so now the question is, why is this failing? And I'm going to say print. Okay, where's my is valid code? Print passes straight rule. And that is going to be passes straight rule. And print passes restricted character rule. Passes restricted character rule. Print passes duplicate letter rule. Letter rule. Oops. Passes duplicate letter rule. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do print testing validity of string. Okay. What in the world? How? What? Next password, testing validity, ABCA. True, true, false. Duplicate letter rule. Next password. True, true, true. Expected, actual. Okay, GHJAABCC. GHAB. What happened here? How did next password turn into this crap? GHJAABC. Next password, GHJAABCBA. Oh, I see. Because I see. Actually, I cannot comment that out. That was foolish of me. Okay, there we go. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do BCB, and I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to do, I'm going to print the next password. I'm going to print the test whether it's valid. And then next password dot is valid. Let's do this. GHABBCC, GHABBCD. Next password, GHABCC. True, true, false. Passes duplicate letter rule says false. Why? Why is passes duplicate letter rule false? That should not be false. Testing validity, GHJABCC. Passes duplicate letter rule. Okay, windows of length 2. We're going to print the windows. Windows. Oops. Okay. And we're going to return print windows.count. Or no. Okay, I need to interpolate this. Okay. Let filtered equals windows.filter. Oh, it's just this. Return filtered.count. Oops. Count greater than or equal to 2. Right? Because we need 2 duplicate letters. And we're going to do print filtered. Filtered. Okay, so here's our windows, GH, HJ, JA, AA, AB, BC. So it's missing the last one. So that CC is not getting picked up. So there's something wrong with my Windows code. Okay, I is greater than, okay, offset by I. Start index, index 0 minus length. Oh, should it be dot, dot, dot? No, that can't be right because now it's going to be 3 letters. So wait a second. Should be I plus 1? No. the start index is correct because I'm starting with, you know, GH. It feels like there should be one more at the end. So end index offset by I. Start index. Okay, maybe I just need to have let Windows return Windows.appending appending. Is this going to be allowed as append a mutating function? I feel like it is. So we're going to do self last start equals string equals self dot index end index end index offset by length 0 minus length 0 minus length. Okay, and then we're going to do let last end equals self.index end index self.end index, right? Self last start dot less than last end. Okay, yeah, it's mutating, so I'm going to make this a var. Okay, so now it passes. Good. Now I can go back and I'm going to go like this. So now this should return. The test should pass now. Yes, good. Okay, I'm going to remove these extra logging. Remove all this. Okay, remove this. I think that's it. Okay, so now we're on our real puzzle input. Here we go. Okay. This may be the answer. Submit. That's not the right answer. Uh-oh. Oh, is there a rule that it can't overlap? Two different non-overlapping pairs of letters, like A, B, B, or C, Z. They have to be different. Okay, so where's my passes duplicate letter rule? So filtered. Okay, so I need to create a set out of the filter to remove duplicates. Let uniques equals set of filtered and return uniques.count. Okay, now let's try. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's right, the answer. Your one gold slot of powering. Okay, continue to part 2. Santa's password expired again. What's the next one? Okay, so now this is the new puzzle input. So this will be interesting. So I have no new text cases. Next password.string. We'll just do it here. We'll do it again. And then our next password dot next, and then while That way I don't have to mess around with the original puzzle input. I can just I can iterate on it again. VZB XXYZZ. No, that was the first puzzle. What's the second one? VZB XXYZZ. Oh, wait. Huh? No, that should have... Okay, well, next password. Oh, duh. Next password equals... There we go. BZBZZ. Is that what it's going to be? Oh. VZCAABCC. Here we go. Submit. Yes. All right. We solved that one. Good job. All right. So I'm a day behind. So I'm going to go ahead and press onward to the next puzzle right here and right now. All right. Turn to Advent Calendar. Look at that. All right. But first, I'm going to go ahead and commit my work. Solve 2015, day 11. Okay, we're going to update this. Day 12. We are on day 12 now. All right. Day 12. Let's see what we got. Santa's accounting elves need help balancing the books after a recent order. Unfortunately, their accounting software uses a peculiar storage format. That's where you come in. They have a JSON document which contains a variety of things: arrays, objects, numbers, and strings. Your first job is to simply find all of the numbers throughout the document and add them together. For example, 1, 2, 3, and 2 and 4 both have the sum of 6. Ooh, wow. Okay, an array of 3 and a B4, B minus 1 have a sum of 3. Okay, have a sum of number. You will not encounter any strings containing numbers. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it quite simple. What is the sum of all numbers in the document? All I have to do is filter out all the non-numeric characters, and then, oh shit, what if there's 2-digit numbers? Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, and there's negative numbers too. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, they really throw you off. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Am I just going to... Okay, so I want to keep the minus signs because you need to know if there's negative numbers. And I can't just filter out all of the Okay, so I have all the non-numeric characters and except for minuses. Filter all the characters except for minuses and numbers. Do I want to replace them with... See, I'm kind of cheating here. I mean, I could just write a JSON parser. I mean, I could, create a JSON parser and then recursively walk through the tree and pick up all the numbers. But I don't know. That feels like a lot of work. I mean, I'm probably going to have to do it for part 2. Let's just see what I can do in part A. Let's see if I can take shortcuts to make this work. Okay, so I want to func JSON reader. No, JSON document. No, it's not really. Okay, I'm going to create a class. I'm going to say string number grabber. It's going to grab the numbers from the string. And so we're going to do let input is going to be a string. And we're going to do init input is a string. Stuff.input equals input. And we're going to replace function replacing replace. Actually, I'm going to make this a var. I'm going to make this a string. I'm just going to call it string. And then I'm going to manipulate the string directly. So we're going to do replace non-numbers with white space. Okay. And so this is going to take the string equals string dot replacing occurrences of, no, dot stripping, no, string dot remove all, keeping capacity, remove last, remove all where? Character, okay, char. What is the character? Do I have a character set? Yes, character set dot numbers alpha. No, not alphanumerics. Character set sequence. Characters in range. Characters in string. Yeah, this is what I want. Characters in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the minus symbol. And we're gonna do let char set and return char set. Char set dot contains char, right? No, char set dot contains, no, test for a member of a particular Unicode dot scalar in the character set. Has member in plain? No, what? I thought there was a, like, string. Is it, like, trimming? Yeah, trimming characters in character set. Okay. By removing both ends of it from it. No, that's not exactly what I want. Okay, so the valid characters is this. And we're going to do remove all. This is, I'm supposed to return a Boolean, right? Char dot, or no, valid cars dot is contains char. So if it is not, right? If the char is not in there, then we remove it from the thing. Okay, so we're going to do func return all numbers. This is going to return an array of integers. And we're going to start by replacing numbers with, replacing all numbers with white space. And then we need to split. Here we go. And we're going to do let func. Okay, so we're going to do let the string. And I'm going to split it on white. No. I want to split it on white space, right? Yeah. String let things, I don't know what to call it, let groups equals string dot split on a white space. Oh no, we can't oh shoot, no, we can't remove it all because then it collapses it all. So we want replacing occurrences of, oh shoot, dot map. Oh, yes, this is what I want. Char. And then we're going to do if it is not invalid, we're going to return a white space character. Otherwise, we're going to return the char. So that will filter out all of the... it should filter out... It should replace anything that's not in this group with a white space. And then from there, we can actually split the string based on white space and then remove the empty strings. Okay. We're going to split on that, and then we're going to say groups, and we're going to do let flat map equals groups dot compact map, and we're going to say, okay, substring, and we're going to say string substring, and here we do, if substring dot characters dot count dot length of bytes, no, if is empty, here we go, we're going to return no, otherwise return integer. Is that allowed? Cannot be inferred. Okay, this is going to return an integer, an optional integer. Okay, and we're going to say return flat map. Function sum of numbers is going to return an integer, and this is going to say let nums, I guess return all numbers dot reduce 0 plus. That'll give me the sum, because that's what I need, right? The sum. Ooh. I see. Okay. Character. Right? Yes, else return. Char. Map. Okay, this has got to be return. And that's going to return a string. Or no, that's... Oh. String equals. There we go. Ugh. Okay, so now let's do our test input. So we're going to have text. Expected output is 6. Ah, shit. Okay. Okay, good. Text. Expected output is 3. Text. I have a feeling, yeah, this is going to be a complex object. I don't feel like escaping all of those quotes, so I'm going to do this wrapping trick where I go like this, and then I close it off, and that is also going to be 3 because of those negative numbers. Okay. We're going to do .text. Expected output is going to be 0. Text. And here's the other one. Expected output is 0. And then these last two. I'll go with that for now. I'm not going to bother with the last one. And we're going to do let number grabber equals string number grabber. String number grabber input dot text. We're going to do return number grabber dot sum of numbers. All right, here we go. Oops. Okay, we're gonna get our puzzle input. I'm gonna copy that, and I need to do number 12. Okay, so pass all my tests. Solution to A is that number. Submit. Yes. Okay. I was able to take shortcuts. Now part 2. Uh-oh. The accounting elves realized they double counted everything red. Ignore any object and its children which has any property with the value red. Okay, see, now I actually have to parse the whole freaking thing as JSON. Do this only for objects, not arrays. 1, 2, 3 still has a sum of 6. 1C red, B2, 3 has a sum of 4 because the middle object is ignored. Ugh. Okay, so now it's basically a different puzzle now because the first one I basically had to I took the string, I stripped it everything that was not a number, grouped them all together, you know, trimmed out all the white space and added them up, and that was fine. But now I actually have to inspect these objects and interpolate which ones are red. So the way I'm going to have to do that, I'm going to have to actually parse it using a JSON parser. So we're going to do class red excluding. Well, maybe I can just continue to use the number grabber. So we have our string. We'll continue import it like this. Okay. Test cases here. Number grabber. Sum of numbers excluding red. Okay, so now we need a function called sum of numbers excluding red. Func sum of numbers excluding red. It's going to be an integer. So then we need to do all numbers. We'll need a function. All numbers excluding red. Okay. And we need a function. Okay, so now we actually do need to parse this thing as, func parse JSON object. This is going to return an any because it's not going to be statically typed. I have no idea what the shape of this JSON is going to be. So parse JSON objects. We have JSON parse, JSON encoder, JSON serialization dot JSON object with data. That's what I want. So we're going to do let data equals string dot data using dot UTF-8. And I think that's going to return an optional. So we want data options, reading options. Let's not worry about that. Let object. Okay, and then with this object, and this is going to be an any, right? It's any object. Oh, okay. I'm going to do this. What does this return? It returns an any object, right? No, it just returns an any. Okay. So now I need to parse this. We're going to return object. Okay, so we're going to do let JSON equals parse JSON object. And then from there, we're going to do a parse all number excluding red. Here we go. From input. Is any. From object. Okay, so this is good. So if we want sum of numbers excluding red, we want to do all numbers excluding red from parse JSON object. Okay, that's what I want. So that's going to be the root object, and then this is going to run recursively because we're probably going to find nested objects and nested numbers and nested arrays and nested objects that we don't want to count. So we'll probably also need a function that says contains function is red and object bool. So if the object, because red in an array has no effect. Okay, so if the object is an array, we're gonna, okay, if object, okay, we're gonna do is array object any is gonna be bool. So we're gonna say if object is array, return true, else return false. Is that allowed? Cannot be inferred to cast to array. Any? Is that? Yeah, okay. If object is array any, then return true, otherwise return false. So we're going to say guard. If it's not an array, actually it's got to be an object, right? Func is object. Right? We only care is object, else return false. Right? Ooh, no. Is object. So we're going to do if object is string any, and we're going to return true, else return false. Okay, good. Is object. Red in his array has no effect. Okay. because the entire structure is ignored because D is red. So nothing else matters. So is red. So we're going to say let's do, instead of is object, let's do as object. And this is going to be return a string or any, and it's going to be an optional. And we're going to say guard let object equals object as string any, else return nil. Otherwise, we're going to return object. Say guard is object does not equal nil. Oh, it's going to be as object. So then we're going to say is red. So if any one of the keys is a string, so guard all objects let all keys, guard let object. Obj equals object. Okay, right, because if that returns nil, then it would return false. All keys equals object dot keys. Okay, and then we're gonna do no, let's just do all values. I don't think we actually care about the keys. All values equals object dot values, and then return all values dot contains value val guard let val as string equals val as string, else return false. And then if string equals red, I'm going to assume it's all lowercase. String return string equals red. I think that makes sense, right? So we have all our values, and if there's if for each value, if it's not a string, then we return it's not red. And then if the value is a string, then it is red, and that means that this object is red. And if it's not an object, then it's not red. Okay. So we want to start with all numbers excluding red from object. Okay, so we're going to say guard is not red. It's not red, object. Else return false. As return an empty array, right? If it's not red, if it is not red, then we're going to return an empty array. If it is red, then we return an empty array. If it's not red, then we'll continue on. And then from there, we do recursively. Okay, so all numbers. Okay, so now we have to kind of do this recursive thing. So we're going to do if. Oh, geez. Okay. As array. Let's do this. I'm going to do this as array like I did before. This is going to be an any. Guard let object equals object as an array of any, else return nil. Object, and we're going to return object. Right? That should be all I need. Yeah. Oh, you know what's stupid? I could probably just return object as any, and that's stupid. Anyway, silly me. If let array equals as array object, then we're going to return. We're going to do array dot sum. No, reduce. No, flat map. All numbers excluding red from. Yeah, that's what I want. Right, I can just return an array of flat map of all numbers excluding red from those numbers. Okay, otherwise, else if let object obj equals as object, and we do return object dot values dot flat map all numbers excluding red from. right? That should be allowed. Any has no member values. Oh, because it's got to be .obj. Else if let number equals object as integer, return I'm worried that this is going to be like actually an NS number. It's not going to be an integer, it's going to be an NS number, and I have to unwrap it. We'll see what happens. Return, oh, it's got to be an array of numbers. Else if, right, and that's it. Otherwise, else return an empty array. Right, because if it's a string, there's no numbers in it. If it's, the only collections are objects and arrays, so that should do it. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna do dot reduce 0. We're gonna create a sum. Sum of numbers. Return all numbers, reduce, okay. Okay, so now let's get our test cases. Okay, so this is still 6. Okay. Dot text. Expected output is now, what was it? Now it's number 4. Okay. Text. Now has a sum of 0 because the entire structure is ignored. Expected output 0. And okay. This one still has a sum of 6 because the red doesn't matter on the array. Okay. All right. Ooh, my test case is passed. Wow. 68466. Holy smokes, that worked. Wow. Day 12. We completed that fast. Way less difficulty than day 11. All right. 2 days complete in one session. That was awesome. All right. I will see you all tomorrow for day number 13. Woo.